Welcome back to Real-ationship Goals, a podcast all about exploring the realities and complexities of healthy relationships. Real-ationship Goals is a project of the Prevention and Education team at the Advocacy Center for Crime Victims and Children in Waco, Texas. If you or someone you know has experienced sexual violence or harassment and is seeking support services or needs more information, links to resources and our hotline number can be found in the description. The views expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of their organizations or affiliates.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode and a new season of Real-ationship Goals. We are your hosts. My name is Monica Davila and I use they, she pronouns.
My name is Elsie Narasevich and I use she, her pronouns.
My name is Meryl Ondereg and I use she, her pronouns.
And today we have a community partners episode, our very first one of the season. And this season we're actually going to be focusing on leaders who work with youth. And we have the wonderful Rachel E. Pate here. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you, ladies. I am Rachel E. Pate and my pronouns are she, her.
And Rachel, so with us focusing on working with the youth, can you tell us about your journey of what that looks like, both professionally and personally?
Absolutely. Working with youth came naturally in motherhood and being able to look for ways and places to include my son in community and be a part of community. And so it's helped in Lemonade Day. It's helped in working on the school board, and it's helped as well and being able to be a part of communities like baseball groups. And so I've enjoyed that, and most recently being able to do Lemonade Day and involve them in youth entrepreneurship has been especially a great moment.
Yes, can you touch a little bit more on Lemonade Day? Because I feel like I know about it, but maybe, I was going to say Elsie and Meryl maybe are new to it.
And let me just say, we all have glasses on, but I do not need mine for this close, so that will make me feel better and not do this.
Yeah.
So Lemonade Day is a national program. It is something that, people do, and they will host, I guess, as part of different fundraisers, and you may do it under a community banner and never be a part of the program. The program itself has youth entrepreneurship, training, and education, teaches kids about building their business, about marketing themselves, and about what it means to be an entrepreneur and grow any business idea from start to finish. So that is something we've embraced at the African American Chamber of Commerce in being able to bring the program to community and not only host a citywide Lemonade Day, but also be able to host things like a new upcoming business boot camp at the STEAM Center. And so we're engaging them.
Yeah, that's
so exciting.
We're engaging them in learning. We do one-stop shop events, hands-on lemonade making with local businesses, and then we celebrate and have fun. So there's so much more that goes into it. It is a season for us here in Waco, and being able to get kids in early with classes, with church, with their mentoring groups, and just take them on a journey of being mentored as they grow in critical thinking, financial literacy skills, and problem solving.
That is so much fun. I'm like, I always wanted to have a lemonade stand when I was younger, and now there's like a whole map, right? Like on Lemonade Day, the citywide one where you can just go.
Absolutely. We have a website. It is www.lemonadeday.org/Waco. And as we are updating for the season, when we get to Lemonade Day, which will be May 16th, we have an opportunity to have all of our kids listed out on the map. And so you can find them at your super center stores, at local businesses, at churches, at home, wherever they are. And many of the kids have followed the program and worked with us through the season. So we've gotten to know them. They have incredible mentors. Not everyone's parent is able to show up. So a lot of community volunteers, businesses, people that run youth organizations will bring their large groups, and they will work on these principles and continue to do this throughout the year. And so I've seen a lot of groups at the farmers market, at youth expos, at community events. So I'm seeing these kids, and it gives me an opportunity to envision how do we continue to harness that and continue to do that under the banner of Lemonade Day. So that may be an expo in the future or some type of cocoa market, but how can we keep them, how can we keep them thinking about business and growing their business brands as they grow up in our community?
Oh, that's so wonderful.
I would go crazy for a cocoa market.
Okay, you're on the record for volunteering. Lemonade stand, cocoa
Yes,
market, everything that's growing though is open to community. And for me, it's Lemonade Day Waco. It's not Lemonade Day Chamber. It's not Lemonade Day one side of town. It is for every kid that is within our community and our borders to be able to participate, even if just for the day, if they want to do it as a curriculum. I talked to a homeschool pod. Like, they do entrepreneurship, so being able to take the principles and apply them in real life, I think it builds better leaders. It builds, informed citizens, and these are the kids that are going to be civically engaged and running our community in another 10, 20 years.
And this will be my last question, and then I'll give it back to Elsie. But with the kids that y'all have had for Lemonade Day, have they started like maybe 1 year and they keep doing it every year?
Absolutely. My son is a perfect example. He is not the only, but in taking the program, he is my sounding board. And so when I'm thinking about, and this is true story, thinking about the Lemonade Camp, I'm at home on my couch, I'm reading the curriculum and I'm going over the resources that we have that maybe align. And when I finish it, I go take it to him. He is like the shadow, the shadow Lemonade president, that I get to say, does that sound fun? Does that sound cool? And then he tells friends, and they're at school and they're doing this. But I've met families from church, co-workers' families, and I've seen kids grow who maybe were doing it outside of the program and want to now be a part of it. And the biggest thing is that we actually do judging. We come out on that day with community judges. And they go around, they taste, they judge on your stand, they judge on your business pitch, like your elevator pitch. And then we even do a flavor contest where it's old-fashioned OG lemonade versus, a flavor twist of some sort.
You need a judge?
Yes, volunteered again.
I'm like, I want to judge.
Go ahead.
I love, I'm super competitive. And so as a kid, that would have been so awesome to be able to have something
even just thinking
that's
about
fun
flavors,
like that, and then also be able to put your own twist on it, and be able to win. Oh, I would kill for that.
Well, I am still looking for volunteers for our spring break camp, but also for the other events, and that's one of the things it's an opportunity to be involved as well. Like, if you don't have kids, but you love kids or you work with kids, bring them there or come sign up to be a part of doing financial literacy training and media training, and then being able to do recipe or candle making with them. And so, yes, I don't want to let too many cats out of the bag, but
You can actually just sign us up for everything already. Just put our names down for it all.
on the record. On the record. And so that for me, again, is a way to see community take a deep interest in not only kids, but showing and mentoring. The mentoring piece is, I think, the thing that changes kids' lives. And so, you do see kids continue to come back because the mentoring and the nurturing is there.
Elsie, go ahead, please.
Okay, so you mentioned that you've worked with these kids year after year, but you also have new ones. So for your group that you know really well, how do they surprise you? And then how does the surprises differ from the new group of people?
Oh, I think it comes to flavor. And
flavor of the lemonade?
The flavor of the lemonade.
It's not vibes.
It's not the vibes. It's not the stand. It's not the business. It's the flavor. And I'll tell interesting story about why. Our first kind of experimentation of doing lemonade, with the kids and there were no lemons there. We had lemon flavored this and other this. And so what we got that first year of Lemonade Day and trying to prepare was syrupy and really thick kind of things. and we were proud of everyone's. But last year we had a small business, Buzz Lemonade, came in. And they trained the kids on how to properly do fresh squeezed lemonade. And we had a flavor contest. When I tell you, everybody's flavor tasted great.
Nice.
I mean, combinations.
It's just we need the resources.
We need the resources and we need the repetition.
Yeah.
It's you got to try and you got to, learn from the the lessons, and that's what Lemonade Day is. You do Lemonade Day lessons, and as we repeat these lessons, we're enhancing them so that you stay engaged, that there's age appropriateness to certain subjects, and that we remove the opportunities or the things that may be barriers from other people coming. Like financial literacy can be something we do on a weekend with a small group, and not make it something that every kid has to go through to build their business. So we want to be able to surprise you with different opportunities to just tackle one of those lessons.
When
That's
you say
amazing.
when you say it's a season,
Thank you.
it's when you say it's a season, because you said it's May 16th, but you also have a spring break camp. How long is this?
Well, do you want the real public number or my number?
Give me both.
My number is, I've been working on this since last Lemonade Day. Like our behind
yeah,
the scenes
right.
volunteers, we're really getting into, I guess, a 2026 season. So coming into January, we want to announce some of the things that we're doing in partnerships, like working with the library again, trying to get registration going when those dates open so kids can actually be informed, get our newsletter, participate in events, and even if there's an opportunity for resources and sponsorships, like we gave free swag out at the library last year for being able to sign up. And so getting kids into, I would say, a position where they get this curriculum, where they get this information, it gives them an opportunity to really tap into something. So we want to push that from January through the end of the season when we celebrate at Lemon-Palooza.
Oh, yeah.
When we give awards and our mascot Lemmy is there and we party and
Lemmy,
rock out.
that is so cute.
Yeah, nice lemon head.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed.
Do they have a dance?
No, but he is such. And if I may, and you know what? This is a special moment. It really is. Lemmy is actually a family member of someone I work with. And so nobody really knows who he is, but he's close enough that, you know, he's easily accessible and volunteers. He's a high school student. You know, he's a student athlete. He works part-time. Yeah, he works part-time. And then he volunteers during the season for us. You know, I would say a decent stipend for a teenager, not really a lot of money, but the joy he brings to kids when he comes, like he's a natural. Like you're not supposed to talk. You need a handler. You're supposed to be very animated and exciting and encouraging. And he like is a natural. And so I'm like, I think this type of opportunity for interning is something that we can
That's
propel.
a fun internship.
Yeah, like we can propel older kids to be a part of helping, but also support them in some way. So I'd love to have like a Lemmy scholarship fund. So the
that's
seniors
fun. I love
that
that.
age out can get something and be able to share in the participation in the program and have it support them.
I want to talk
would
with you
be
about your
awesome.
internship stuff.
We got
Let's get
room.
together.
Yeah, bring them on.
But just kind of pivoting off of that, you have so many stories and so much to show for what you've done, but is there a success that particularly stands out to you?
Not to pick favorites,
I was just
but
gonna
Not
say,
a student necessarily, but
I was just going to say, if you know me, you know my number one kid is always my son.
yeah.
And it is so important to me that what we do together. I'm a single parent, and so being able to balance the busy world of public service and have a child that's like, I can ride with you. Like, I so curate experiences that I think kids are into because he's my inspiration. And so to see him do well, I feel like we try to be a good example, to show people like we really believe in this stuff. I got my kid, she's got hers, and we are flourishing and we do lots of things together, but being able to work together is very fun.
That is so wonderful.
I was going to say, and I feel like that is the example. The success in that is truly bringing in youth voices. A lot of people get nervous, and we were talking about this before recording as a team of how sometimes adults, young adults, whatever, don't really trust kids and don't kind of like silence them. But look at that. Yeah, literally. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, and for it to be your son, like for him to be so involved and have that buy-in. Like, I think that is so special.
Thank you.
That really is wonderful. And how has working with youth changed you? I cannot imagine the many, many ways, especially being a parent.
Yeah, and it's all it's all together. Like, one informs the other. The love I have for my family, I have for my community. If I want to see my son thrive and his school thrive, then I have to show up. I have to be in the places that are going to be the community that he steps into. And so it really feels great to just, I would say, be perfectly positioned to work with kids. I can't say it any better. If he becomes a college student, I think I would love to continue working with kids in civic engagement. Like, I think that's the next level of being able to inform our voters and being able to inform our new citizens that are going to be able to vote, that are going to go to the military, that are going to get a job. And this is part of school board as well. Like, get ready for life. I want them to realize when they get out there.
Oh, because you are on the Rappaport School Board.
I was
Rappaport
just
Academy
about to
School
ask
Board.
for clarification.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so college, career, life, military readiness, those types of things are being talked about and, you know, given as options. No one told me about community work and nonprofits when I was in school. There were so many things that I wanted to do, be an artist, be a veterinarian, but no one told me about work that I get to do at the chamber.
Man, when I found out that I could be a community social worker, my life changed, truly.
I didn't find that out until college.
Yeah, no, truly, like, how, because kind of the same feeling of, like, having so much love for community, I was like, I really want that to be my focus. And I knew I wanted to work with people, but I was like, man, I really don't want my own practice. I don't want direct practice. I want the community to be my client almost. And I thought that was just such a wild dream. And then I went to the Capitol, the Texas Capitol, for an advocacy day that that a lot of universities do, and I saw a social worker running for office, and I was like, I didn't know that was an option. My life was changed after that, and I was like, wow, I can be a social worker, like, and be like a community social worker.
I love that for you. I do. All right.
In your perfect world, dream as big as you like, what do the youth that you work with need to feel supported? This can be like from parents, from community, from resources.
To be honest, balanced perspectives.
Ooh, that's good.
They need balanced perspectives. To be in and this is for anybody who's been a kid, to be in a world where so much was decided for you and you didn't come in to choose. Your parents, your siblings, your neighborhood, your school, your clothes, your church, all of these things are just kind of provided, and you have to figure out what speaks to you and what drives you and what's going to nurture you. And so mentoring and finding people that you can dream with and aspire to emulate in your own way, like people who can inspire and give balanced perspectives to kids are so important.
That is so beautiful. I really was like, because when we were thinking about the questions, we were like, oh, it's going to go down to systems. Like, let's not even think about like limited resources. Let's dream big. And I didn't even think about different perspectives like that, and just self-awareness almost.
Because it creates that.
Yeah.
It creates that. Like, when I talk to my son, I speak life over him as much as I can. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't fuss and cuss sometimes, but I'm willing to apologize. I'm willing to listen to him. I'm willing to validate his feelings. I'm willing to let him tell me what he sees about me in a moment that he wants to say, and have your space. And we still have respect and we have boundaries. I'm not your best friend, but we are uber close.
Why can't your kid be younger so we could be mom friends and our kids could have play dates?
He can be a great babysitter.
Yeah, well, there you go. We
He's
might need
looking
one
to
in the
make
future.
money.
Okay,
Yes, he's an
okay.
entrepreneur.
There you go.
Row the babysitter, big bro.
Well, I have the last question, and the question is, if a young person was listening right now, what would you want them to take away?
Yeah, I thought about this morning, and the first thing that came to my mind was a cliche, but I felt it was correct. Something that I say and sometimes I think needs more, or there are more layers to it, is that you can be anything you want to be. And what I took it to mean when I was like, well, open the layers, and what does that mean to a kid? Because not everybody can be an NFL player. If they are not a great athlete or they don't have the size for the position. Like there are limits, but be what you want to be or whatever you want to dream to be, for me feels like you are entitled and able to create a life that you love that loves you back. Like you can create beautiful things for yourself. You can cultivate a career, a family, a place that feels good or homey, or travel. Like you can live in a bus. Who knew? You know, because people told you to own a home is the right way to do things. To do this is, so I encourage my son not so much to strive toward one goal, but the overall mission of finding happiness, finding balance, good character, integrity.
What that means to him.
Yeah, what it means to him, and taking it wherever you go on the journey. Because I've been down some rabbit holes to get to this point. And so I'm like, it's not that everything you try is going to work, but it is going to inform your decision making. So build it, learn from it, and make it intentional.
That is so beautiful.
And there you go.
No, thank you so much, Rachel. Man, I'm like, you dropped a lot of points I'm going to be thinking about later. That's that type of conversation.
Like the way I could have rambled off of a million things that you had said, I was like, I want to just keep picking her brain about so many of these things.
That's what friends are for.
There you go. There you go. So I have the the relationship goal.
Yes, every
yes.
episode. No, you're good. I was going to say every episode we always have a relationship goal and then the recommendation, and we've been moving it towards our guests doing the recommendation. But yes, go ahead, Meryl.
So the relationship goal is to learn to respect the youth the same way that we respect adults.
Yeah. And that kind of goes like how we were talking about.
As a mom, I'm like, that's so important to me too.
Yeah, like how, and we see it because some of our coworkers, they go out into schools and we can see sometimes that they are really silenced, or they're really made to believe that their opinion doesn't matter or their experience or feelings don't matter. So yeah, we were just, that really resonated with us. And then we're gonna, what are you thinking for the recommendation?
Well, my recommendation, I would say, does it have to be related to?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay. This is something, and I say, people, we are in seasons. There are times in your life where you have to slow down and take care of yourself or family or other things. But I would say consistently, I want to move forward, and I want to encourage people to move forward, and encourage our youth to move forward with a go-for-it spirit. And I mean that in the sense that the things that you think you can't have or you think are unattainable are not. And go for it. Like you delay your joy when you talk yourself out of going for it. So go for it.
Can I speak to that a little bit?
Yeah.
So one, I always do an in and outs list for the year, and one of it is doing it scared. And this TikTok popped up, and it was saying that the creator's professor said that one of their assignments was to go get 3 no's from people, and they would go ask for whatever it is, like, can you give me a ride to the airport, or whatever it may be. And they would be so shocked when people, it was actually really hard to get a no, that they were giving themselves a no before someone actually ever gave it to them, and they actually struggled to get 3 no's. And so it just really stuck with me.
I love that.
Yeah.
I saw, sorry, just to jump off of it really quickly, the exact same thing. I've been seeing this TikTok. Well, I saw this TikTok of this woman who was saying so many people who have, like, that you see going on these vacations and doing all this stuff, they just apply for things. They apply for grants. They apply for scholarships. They apply for, she was saying that she's been in extras in so many TV shows just because you saw that video?
No, but I know
just
people
because
do
she
that.
she tried. You just have to try. And you can do it, and then you can travel, and she's been paid to travel, to go to places, to speak, and she just applied. And it's the same thing, just...
I need her channel.
Right?
Yeah. I'm like, we're telling ourselves no before we actually, the universe tells us.
So don't.
Yeah, so no, really, thank you so much, Rachel. Like I said, you dropped so many points where I'm like, I'm gonna be thinking about that later. Thank you for taking time to being here and for being our first episode. Woo! This is season S10. Well, I know, yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, we're in the double digits. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Advocacy Waco. And then if you are wanting more prevention specific content, you can follow us on Instagram at ACCVC_prevention. But yeah, that's it. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Beautiful. Yay.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Real-ationship Goals. This episode was produced by the Prevention and Education Department of the Advocacy Center for Crime Victims and Children in Waco, Texas. Interested in more content from PNE or the Advocacy Center? You can follow us on Instagram at ACCVC_prevention or on Instagram and Facebook at Advocacy Waco. Be sure to like this episode and follow us wherever you get your podcasts. See you next time. Bye.